cruising ahead, and we're off in week 2. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Here we go. Wait, 80!
Mike 51.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill out the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
From the 27, Garoppolo. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
They'll run on first down. Moss. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Brady. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Shotgun now for Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Come on, now, let's go. At their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Check 15. Check 11. 11.
On second down, Kamara. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming.
Here we go. Here we go. What do you need?
Let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Shit. 21. Here we go. 11. Hey, Echo.
Good track.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on third. Man open, Rice. 21 yards there on third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much, maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One, Omaha.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end.
Here we go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
White. Hey, gun. He's coming. I got you.
Mike, 51.
11.
I'm 61. Matchbox light.
Hey, gun. 65. Check.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. 65.
Slam.
Six.
Hey, Orbit. 51.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. This is caught. Touchdown, New Orleans. Paul Richardson. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And the kick goes outside the white lines. That's why the flag comes out.
Yes, and that was an error by the kicker, and it will give the offense great starting field position.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Brady. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of the game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
Now Garoppolo. That'll be caught by Rice. Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
Here we go. 180. 12.
Garoppolo on first down. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Slam.
21.
I'm trying to collect. Go, Mike 51. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Wilson. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an
things
interception.
for different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
too many
three-syllable word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Here we go.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
You're not ready.
He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
First down, Saints.
7-7, our score after 1.
Here we go. 180!
I got him. 49, check 49, check 49.
I got this. 12, fellas, here we go.
On first down, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Switch.
Six.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's fourth. The kick by Lutz is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try to move the football.
At the 15-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
65. Check 59. Hey, check it. 59. Mike to 59. Okay, double up, double up, double up, double up. Switch. Watch it. Check it.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zach Brown gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10.
Here we go. 180. I'm going back to you. 11. It's 11. Hey, gun. White. 51. Right.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Kill.
Garoppolo now. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
11. I got this.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this won't get there, won't be on line either. It's no good, off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Brady to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA, with a sack.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. First down, Detroit. 16 yards on the pickup.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Brady's throw there complete.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
Check, 59. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Brady's got his guys 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. That throw by Brady incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. And the catch made by Johnson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. Alert.
Again, it's Brady looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
72.
On second and goal, Brady. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So on fourth down, the Lions turn it over to Matt Prater for the field goal try. From the left half, should be a fairly easy one here. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will knock things up here late in the first half. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Wait, set. What is it?
Right there. 54.
Hey, check it.
You.
Hey, Foxtrot.
54. Squeeze, double. Mike 5-4. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Shotgun now for Brady. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist, 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 twist. Regular.
On first down, it's Moss. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 42. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
51's the mic, 51's the mic. Hey, gun.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Over the middle, complete. It's Rice. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. In for the score. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Brady going to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Demario Davis gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Ozzy! Check it, reload!
From the gun, it's Brady. This one complete to Lacey. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Wait, 20!
Right there, 56. Hey, get in the weight room. 56.
Here's Johnson now, the fullback. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
And there's the pickup you want on first down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on first down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. This is Johnson, the fullback.
Brandon, you know, we talk about having wrinkles in a game plan. That was a fold right there. How about that play? Being able to change things up. You think anyone else on the team's going to get the ball, and in that situation, they surprise everyone and give it to their big guy.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Mike, 54.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son! Alpha!
Operating from the gun, Brady. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Kamara. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. And he will finally be wrestled down at the Lions' 20.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3. Check 31. Check 31. Check.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17, following the 2 negative plays.
Hey, gun. Go ahead.
Running with Kamara. Down to the 25. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Now Lutz for the field goal try. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And Lutz puts this one through. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Watch 54. What we got?
From the gun, Brady. And that will be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Regular. You got tight right there. Stay at home.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And this is incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. On 1st down, Brady. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Brady. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Complete. It's Johnson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end, you put in the full. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Dez Bryant with nothing but green grass ahead of him. Touchdown, Detroit. Dez Bryant. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. So what can Brady do here as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. Working from the gun, it's Brady. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Hey, come on. 51 tonight. 3 bucks. Deuce.
A give to Kamara running right. A beautiful fake. That good for 19 and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
General West.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. A gain of 3, second down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
I got you. Let's go one more. 36. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. No.
Kamara try the right side. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Saints on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Brady now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Hey, Alabama.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Watch QB jump. Watch the 53 win now. Help him. Hey, check it.
To throw again, Brady. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
At the 47-yard line.
Here we go. Wait, hey, gun. Cut. Hey, Mike 51. Bandit.
Mike 51. Check pass.
On first down, Garoppolo looking deep downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Darius Slay with a pick. He was looking for Paul Richardson there.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Bryant has it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Here we go.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. It's caught by Bryant. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Brady's throw on third down there is incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
56, right there, 56. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Check it back. 72.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Now Brady. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 32. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Here we go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And he's got his man on the out route.